guys, it's Christopher with Networker. We're at ANMP 2016, and this is actually the last video.
The last one.
I'm with my very good friend, Mr. Jason Lee. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
I cannot, I'm going to brag on him.
Exhausted.
I'm going to brag on him. He's going to get a little red-faced. I couldn't have done it without you, man.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. You know, being here for this event and meeting all these wonderful people has just been absolutely incredible.
What's your takeaway from ANMP? So here, a little backstory. Jason and I are really good friends. I called him up. I said we're taking Networker Lounge to ANMP 2016. I'd love it if you come in and just sort of back me up and be here with everything that's happening. So fresh perspective. What happened this weekend?
So there were, how many, 60 plus leaders
60
here?
Plus, yeah.
And people with massive influence in the industry, 100,000 plus organizations per individual in most cases.
Yeah.
And just being able to be surrounded by those people and be in that environment to pick their brains, not just sit in the seats and watch them from stage, but actually spend intimate time with them you can't trade that.
Yeah.
You can't trade that for anything.
You
right?
can't do it.
And the networking opportunity that exists there, and all the things, I call it water cooler, right?
A water cooler.
Water cooler marketing, right?
Yeah.
And just building those relationships, and that's really what this industry is all about at the end of the day, right? I mean, you and I built a relationship, and
here we are.
Here we are, I mean, my goodness, what a great thing to be a part of. The vision's just phenomenal, and your vision from the beginning has just been a blessing to this industry, and I just feel privileged to be a part of it. So.
So you guys don't know this, but every night while we're here, there's events during the day. There was a VIP party. The hotel actually has a really, really nice, I'm going to use the word bar, don't be offended by that, but a really nice bar
lounge. We had that, right?
Downstairs, lounge downstairs. And the ability to go during the day, go up, take a shower, change clothes, refresh a little bit, and just migrate, and you walk in, and there's hundreds of millions of dollars in volume right there, and everybody's just hanging out. Tell me about that experience every night with everything that's going on.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea on some of the things that happened to me personally while I was here, a gentleman by the name of Costagara reached out to me online, and his secretary did.
Yeah.
And they're in the middle of promoting their book, right, The Organic Networker.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who he was. I had no idea. And
they don't know. We talked about this on the way from the airport.
I had no idea. And a lot of and that's the vision of Networker, right? Is a lot of these people need to be recognized. Their stories need to be heard for the entire industry to see. And I get a lot of spam online, as I'm sure you do. You can relate to that, right? And so I was just interfacing with his secretary, trying to figure out who he was and can I review the book and write an article for him and that sort of thing. And wasn't really sure. Wasn't really sure if he was legitimate. Well, I come here at ANMP, and
listen to this.
I'm at the lounge,
sitting
in a chair, talking to another 7 or 8 figure earner, and I turn to my right and I look over, and it was him.
He's sitting right there.
And I said, and I had to do a double take, and I said, Costagara? And he looks over and he goes, Jason! And he came over and we hugged and we hit it off, just great friends, and now he's gonna come out to California. We're all gonna hang out, and that's kind of what
happens.
That's what happens
at ANMP.
Yeah. And how many people were here this year? Like 200, 250 maybe?
I don't even know. It was a full room.
But just absolutely impactful, right? Yeah. Impactful, and you can't. And it's actually a benefit being small.
Yeah.
Because it's intimate.
It's intimate.
Right? Whereas and don't get me wrong, the 10,000 plus events are great too, but you just have to network harder because you're surrounded by a bigger crowd.
It's interesting that you bring that particular piece up, because one of the things they do at this event is it's not stadium style seating.
Yeah.
It's in the round.
Yeah, round table.
And the speakers sit with the attendees.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you really understood what I just said, but the person who just spoke comes back down and gets a seat with everybody else. It's that intimate.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that changes the experience of the view of the attendee?
Yeah. So rather than sitting in an audience where it's bench seating, right?
Yeah.
You're actually in there with them, and it creates the, just like I said before, the intimate, atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so when you're with those people at the table, I mean, I shifted from my seat to another seat to get right next to them.
That
right?
was a strategy.
Because you could
did you catch that?
It's a networking strategy. And so, being able to hang out closely with them, and even at the event, move around and hang out with those people and just find out who they are and what they're all about, and finding win-win relationships, because they exist everywhere. That's part of networking, right? And just absolutely incredible. And came here early to help you guys set up, and just, man, it was a blast. I'm super exhausted. I mean, I stay up till like 2 in the morning, right? Every 2 or 3 in the morning every night.
Because you don't want to go to bed. You'll miss talking to somebody.
You don't want to miss something.
All right, let's talk a little bit about you. And I've been bragging on you all weekend. I gotta give a little shout out here. You do a lot online. You have an incredible blog. I've said this to innumerable people this weekend. You do an awesome job at helping people understand the path to success. So the question I have for you is, what is your passion in network marketing? What drives Jason in network marketing?
Training. So training is one of the biggest things for me. It's a gross problem in the industry.
Yes.
As you're probably very well aware. And so because there is a massive problem in training in the industry, I wanted to make sure that whenever I come across people, whether it's in my organization or outside my organization, that I preach that.
Yeah.
Because it is a systematic process. And we leverage a process called the systematic approach to training, which is a model. It's a proven model. And we need that kind of stuff in this industry. So there's less network marketers who come on board new.
Mm-hmm.
They don't acquire all the knowledge and skills and abilities that they need. They're just recruited and left in the dust, right? They're just another number. We don't need that.
Right.
That burns this profession in a big way. And so, we're just super advocates of preaching training. And then, like anyone who builds an organization does, I have leaders in my organization who are great at recruiting, right? Or they're great at motivating, or they're great leaders at something. And so we all synergize with that, right? Rather than trying to be everything to everybody.
So you're doing a lot of cool stuff. How do people find you and say hi? How do they meet Jason Lee?
Yeah. So my website's jasonleehq.com. That's JASONLEEHQ, like headquarters.com. And I'm on social media. You can find me anywhere online, pretty much. And yeah, that's how people would take it.
Well, I gotta tell you, and I gotta say it straight to you guys. We had great success. Networker had great success this weekend, and we couldn't have done it without Jason. So I love you, man. Thank you so much for everything. And hey, we love you guys. And last video from ANMP 2016.
Last one.
We'll be talking again really soon.
See you guys.
Bye for now.